Well, howdy there, audio friends. Welcome back to the channel. MrAyrit here, and today I've got what I think will be an interesting video. I am going to be reviewing a free pair of IEMs that my son got at a parade recently. So, this is just something I was curious to try these. He got like a couple of sets, and I mean, maybe it'll surprise me. I think... you know, just thinking about what I expect is they're probably going to be terrible. But, you know, who knows? So let's take a look at them here real quick. We won't spend a ton of time on build or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll listen. I'll pop them in and I'll listen. I got my 2022 recap from YouTube Music here, so some of my favorite tracks. And I'm just going to give you some impressions as I'm listening, give you some reactions here. So if we look at these, I mean, they're dead simple. They're small, they're lightweight. I mean, they're not like, they're not deep enough really to fit actually like in my ear. So I can't really even like get them all the way in, if I'm being totally honest with you. If I could, maybe with the right tips I could make them work, but just as is, I can't really get them to stick in there. What I thought was most interesting though was they are totally devoid of any sort of left-right markings on them at all. So not a single L or R on here anywhere. I guess if you're putting in some free IEMs, maybe you just don't give a crap, I guess. So anywho, we're gonna pop these things in. I'm just gonna listen out of my iPad here, and I do have the Apple dongle hooked up to it, just, you know, as a standard source. I'm not a big fan of it like some people are, but I do think it's a basic clean source, cleaner than what the internal DAC is in the iPad. So, you know, we'll give her a reasonable chance here. And let's go ahead and fire this baby up. A little Chris Stapleton, get us started. You know, first impression is just, they don't seal extremely well. If you can imagine, they're as bad as I thought. Probably, actually, I think they're maybe even worse than I would have imagined. They are distant. They sound, I feel like if you had headphones and you were like listening through like a tube, you know, like a can like sticking out this far, that's about what I think they sound like. Bass is almost, I mean, just bass and treble are both nearly non-existent. So it's almost just all mid-range. But if you can imagine mid-range without any of the upper mid-range, right? It's just solid lower mid-range. I feel like they're producing frequencies of maybe like 400 hertz. I feel like 400 to like 2000 hertz. I feel like is all they're producing. I mean, very, very slim margin. Just, you can hear the music, but calling it music would almost be an overstatement. I feel like I'm hearing sounds. Let's try a different track. I mean, this one's got some violin coming in. I mean, I can tell it's a violin, but again, it's amazing without that little bit of upper frequency on the edge of vocals and strings. They sound totally different. Like it's not anything like you would expect it to sound. Like the violin just sounds like, gosh, I don't even really know how to describe it. It's kind of just like a squeal without that upper end to it. It's so strange. Everything just is just all mushed together. I mean, there's like I said, it's all mid-range. There's zero separation from anything. It's just a clump. Just a clump of sounds between 400 hertz and 2000 hertz. So, That's probably enough, honestly. It's about what I expected, a little bit worse even. I thought it would have been reasonable at reproducing music. Now, I guess maybe there's an argument to be made of any music's better than no music, but I mean, these are so poor even compared to like the things that come standard, you know, with any device that you buy. And so, you know what? Don't get yourself a set of free earbuds, or even if you see somebody selling some for like $1, $2, right? Don't go down that path. You're doing yourself a disjustice. Here's what I would recommend instead. I've got right here, these are a set of Moondrop Quarks. They're like $10, right? Do yourself a favor, spend at least $10 on a set of IEMs. I'll link to those ones down below. If you want to spend a little bit more, I've got these Salinotes Zeros here. I haven't reviewed these yet, but these are amazing for $20. Really, really great IEM for $20. So, you know, $10, $20, you'll thank me, believe me. And that's it. Hopefully you got a little bit something out of this video, or at least it was halfway entertaining. I know I enjoyed the experiment. So, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you have an under $10 IEM that you would recommend people, go ahead and drop those down below. That'd be amazing. But like I said, the Quarks are pretty decent for around 10, and these Zeros, I've got a comparison coming up with those here real soon, and they're special. They're special for the money. So until then, be well. I always appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.